Hello again, friends and neighbors, and welcome back to OG Fantasy Football, recapping a tumultuous Week 7. There was rejoicing, there was anger, there was sadness, and there was a lot of happiness over here and on the correct coast. Johnny, how'd you feel over there in Maine?
I had a rough week. It was not good.
Music
Luckily,
to
my
my
quarterback
ears.
came through for me on Monday night. But guess who's back? Back again. Donkey's back.
Let's go. I got points. My best
Ah,
week of the season.
your
Everything's
two
coming up.
pariahs. Your two pariahs came back.
Oh, my God. How about a little bit? The resolve is unmatched. The resolve is unmatched, Johnny. I told you I was going to stick with Taysom. The Taysom bitches were going to stick with the namesake, Taysom Hill. And he finally, after week 7, finally gets in the end zone. I was going to give him one more week. I think if we review the tape, I was going to give him 8 weeks and then shit can it. But we're back. And Patrick Mahomes.
Now he's in for the last 9 weeks of the
Oh,
season.
I don't sit him. He's in. He's earned his spot. And Patty, there's been a lot of
Patty.
tough love. A lot of tough love. Let's just let bygones be bygones. You put as much ketchup on that steak as you want. I think your hair looks great. If you come through with 30 burgers from here on out, you and I are going to be best friends. It could be me, you, Kelsey, his wife, and Taylor Swift and me. I'll grab a chick. We'll go out on a triple date. We are buddies for life. See, that's the difference, Johnny. Without Patrick Mahomes and his 30, I have 35 points. Toss
Yeah.
it a 6 or a 9, that's a crappy week. This is why we draft the studs. Thank you, Patrick Mahomes. We'll be going into it in detail. Johnny, I thought we were going to catch some ground here, but some young guy had 24 points from McCafferty and the Beaver Brown Band on Monday night. We didn't think he was going to play. I picked up his backup, ended up dumping him. I could have just lit $5 on fire, but that's why we play the game. Some young guy is in first place. He is 24 points behind my brother, the Omaha Steaks. They were tied going into Monday night. The
They were.
shit suckers are still in third place, 41 points behind. And then we get a bit of a drop off. Here comes Debo. Debo, of course, is out for 2 weeks. There goes Debo. He's down 72 points. And our dear sweet friend Ken Way of the Ass Kickers is back 111. Me, I told you I just got to gain ground, chop it down to 100 by Thanksgiving. We'll be ready to rock. I was feeling good before Monday night, but I still gained about 10 points on the winner or on the overall leader. So that's what you really have to hope for in the meltdowns. There is no joy.
Oh.
There is no joy in the greater Phoenix area for our dear sweet friend,
Yeah.
Jeff Golly. Look.
When your quarterback is Lovey Howell, I don't know what to say.
Howl. Lovey Howell. Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look. Who had the big week? I did not win the money. Johnny, another very low-scoring week for our league. 78 from Tom Lezot of the Tom Lezots. Congratulations, Tommy. Buy yourself something pretty. That's about 2 bottles of wine for our friend Tommy Lezot. He likes the nicer things. He doesn't drink $2 Chuck. He's too classy for that crap. No,
he doesn't.
And I'm sniffing. Oh, I was sniffing $50, Johnny. I was 65 points.
You were so close.
Oh, I'm very happy. 78 points for Tommy. Let's just take a little bit of
He left 12 on the bench with Kareem Hunt, who's got to be a must start this coming week.
Oh, he didn't even start him. Damn you, Lezot. I wanted Hunt. That was my number 1 waiver priority last week. He doesn't even start him. Those are 12 wasted points. He'd look awful good on my team right now. Let's take a little looky-loo. Sneak a little peek-a-loo. Lamar Jackson, welcome back to the NFL, playing like the stud that we all know you are. 36 points, and he had about 30 in the first quarter, didn't he, Johnny? He had 3 passing.
He sure did.
And a 7-yard rushing attempt. That's for 12 points in this league. So that's
he looked like the man.
He really did look like the man we thought he was. Gibbs, one of the Gibb brothers. Is it Barry? It's Jerry. He had 9 points, a lot of catches, a lot of production, stepping up for the injured Montgomery. And then he goes, Stevenson had nothing. Oh, we'll get to that. I don't even talk about any Patriots right now. You got to be shitting me. You got to be shitting me, Buffalo Bills. What is happening? We'll get to it. Not right now. I'm too happy. We got Cook, our boy Cook for the Bills, comes through with a 12-pointer. He had an 8-yard reception. Cortland Sutton having himself a bit of a season very quietly because there is no joy in Denver, but he is having a decent little season. There's a 9-pointer, and then he picks up 12 from Joseph on Monday Night Football, leaving those sweet 12 points.
He missed one.
He did miss one. I saw that. What a weird. How about, look at this. Look at the parity begin to emerge in the NFL. We thought the 49ers were the class of the league. Maybe you want to check that. Maybe you want to check that. You just lost to 2 teams with a combined 3 wins, I believe. And don't count out the Minnesota Vikings because your boy Kirk Cousins, who says he can't play in prime time? Who says he can't? Well, he was 2-10, I do believe, on Monday night. But he came up big. People are saying his best game of his career. A lot of people.
3-1 in the last 4. Let's go. Wild card. Vikings.
Beautiful. That, worthy of that second-round pick that we all expected. So congrats to Tommy. $50 richer. Enjoy that wine. Hey, who came in second? Let's go down in detail. The Taysom bitches, who I was 1 week away from a name change. No, sir. Patty Mahomes. This is why you're on my team. 30 points. Let's make it a habit. Huh, brother? Josh Jacobs. Johnny, I watched Josh Jacobs. Jingleheimer shit. I watched him not get that second foot down for an 18-pointer. For about a 17-yard catch. John, that's about 6 times I've seen an 18-pointer just slip right away, called back. I've had a 24-point pass get taken down within the 5 a couple weeks ago, and I have missed out on multiple 12-pointers that have been called back. It's really testing my resolve, Johnny. It's really testing it. I think Jacobs is going to find some pine. I hate to do it, but when your 3rd-round pick only has 2 touchdowns totaling 12 points, it's time, and you're down 160. Drastic times. Call for drastic measures. I can smell that Thanksgiving turkey. It's not that far away. Josh Allen's going to be eating a leg. He's not playing that day. But in my heart, he eats that chicken leg every goddamn Thanksgiving. He's undefeated on Thanksgiving. Jeff Wilson, boy, I had high expectations, and to your chagrin, I was starting him, and you said, "Get out of here. There's only one star on this stage, and that's Moosted." I think he had 1 touch. 1 touch. Oh, Wilson, I was so excited. Mikola Hardman. Something's hard. I'm hard. Oh, when he took that punt, did we get no points for that? But that was electric. No. That got everybody going. And you could see how much his teammates love him. I'm excited Hardman's back in Kansas City. I think I got to start him now. He's always, that little weird flip pass, little shove pass. He could do that around the goal line. He could have a 24-point end around at any time in the game. We just got to see how much he's going to play. It was probably not a good idea for me to start him his first week back, literally in Kansas City for 3 or 4 days. But I didn't have anybody else, and I had a little bit of a case of the buys. Look at you, Mike Evans, you goddamn stud, you. Oh, everybody's down on Mike Evans this year. Golden boy Tom Brady's gone. Mike Evans is going to be Mike Evans. That's what he does. He scores touchdowns, and oftentimes they're long ones. 12-pointer.
He's got four on the year.
He really does. He's coming through for me, probably the MVP, the early MVP on my team, and the aforementioned Taysom Hill. Johnny, I watch these New Orleans games. I see them get in the red zone. They can't score. I see them use Taysom Hill all the way down the field. He gets 6 yards a pop. Hey, maybe give him the fucking ball inside the 10.
They did.
They finally gave it to him, but they didn't with the last 4. The last 4 plays of the game. Now let's go for Moreau. Let's go for Knuckles Moreau. He tried to catch it. Does he have fingertips or is it just knuckles? His fingers end at the second knuckle. People are saying, oh, it's scripted. He dropped it. You people that are saying that the NFL is scripted are so fucking stupid. What do? They get a call from the NFL while they're on the sidelines. Hey, let's drop a play to Moreau. Moreau, remember, you're going to drop the. You have no idea what you're talking about. Shut up. And then my group.
Who is Blake Group?
Who is Blake Group? I might name my team after him, but I'm going to drop him.
Groups.
And Johnny, I watched that game on Thursday. His first kick, 51 yards. Oh, we're starting the week before. Oh, wide right. Don't say those two words. My left eye will start twitching uncontrollably. We'll have to shut this podcast down. But he comes back with 3 field goals and an extra point for 11. I'll take 11. It's the Angels' number. Seahawks, they're a brand new defense. They did squat. And look at my bench. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing.
On the bench.
But everybody was on a bye, so that's kind of really what we want. So 65 points, by far my best week of the season. I think 53 was my highest total. So we feel good about that. And then my nephew, Justin Sharp, here comes Debo. He's sticking with that name, even though he's hurt. Speaking of hurt, Jalen. Man, I love that kid. 30 points. That's just another day. That's just another day at the office for Jalen Hurt and the brotherly shove.
He's a monster.
He really is. He's such a great player. And thank you to the Philadelphia Eagles. I have many friends in Philly. Thank you for taking care of the Dolphins, because we'll get into it, but it didn't go so well for our Bills. Kenneth Walker III having a good season, 0 points. Pachenko, if that is your real name, 12-pointer, a reception for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's 6 for me. I like to see it all day long. Godwin, what are you starting him for? Pittman with 12. And Devonta Smith just not scoring touchdowns, not having that great a year. Boy, that connection would be sweet, though. If he hooks up with Hurts a couple times, those points tally quickly. But they're all going to A.J. Brown these days. And, of course, Colonel Sanders with his 11 herbs and spices. Are there 11? There's probably more. 6 points for him.
Only 6 this week.
For a total of 60. So there's your top 3 in the league. And, not really a terrible 12th place finish. Meltdowns. And as I said, Johnny, I'm going to post this poll. Little rule change. Whoever comes in first doesn't get 50 out of the kitty. They get 50 from whoever comes in last. I like it. I think the entire league is going to be excited about this. It keeps you motivated and it keeps you making transactions. It's just going to pump that final tally up. And maybe we can, let's just give it all the first. I say just give it all the first. Quick, John, 18 times 50. Too late. We'll have our producer. We'll call Ken Way. He's a mathematical genius. His father was a math teacher. The apple didn't fall far from the tree, or the acorn,
$900,
or whatever fruit or nut you are into. I say we kick another $600-700 into first place. That'll pump it up to about $3,500, and then we kick another $300 into second. Third place, you get your money back. I think that's fair. I think that's what I got last year. It was $200-300 back. I think you should get your $300 initiation fee. Is it an initiation fee? We don't know. We don't prepare. We don't edit. Very few edits on this podcast. Johnny, why don't you take us through your very meager week that was looking even meagery before Monday night and the magic that is Kirk Cousins?
I went through the early games with 0. Now, granted, I only had a couple people playing, but finally got on the board with Cooper Kupp in the late game on Sunday afternoon with a 2-pointer.
Lil Deuce.
And
Lil Deuce Kupp.
That was it until Sunday night rolled around. I had 3 guys playing on Sunday night, and all I got out of it was Elliott, good old
Jumbo.
Sam Elliott.
Oh,
got me 7.
Sometimes
and
you
then,
eat the board. Sometimes you
rolled
eat you.
into Monday night. Rolled into Monday night, and Kirk got me 21. Good old Kirk Cousins, steady as she goes. I did leave 6 on the board. I hemmed and hawed about whether to start Najee, who hadn't had a freaking touchdown all year. I put him on the bench, and he didn't score. So my worst week of the year. Still in third.
30 is your worst week. Boy, that's I would kill to be able to say that. That's been about my average. So finally coming down to earth, losing a little ground, but we thought, not that much because some young guy did not have a good week. But boy, McCafferty, that white boy can play football. He is a football playing white boy.
I thought he was Beaver Brown.
He is Beaver Brown. He's always McCafferty. Where the Beavers are brown. The Beavers are brown. That's all I know. Yeah, they don't have Beavers anymore, Johnny. We'll talk in private about that. It's a whole new world. We didn't have that option when we were kids. It's a wonderful new world, Johnny Burrell. But this is a family show. No, it isn't.
Oh, yeah.
It says explicit. That's why we say the word fuck liberally, because we don't give a fuck. Patterson. Let's keep going with Patterson. What is going on in the Atlanta backfield? Bijan, the rookie wonderkind. He had a headache.
Sick. He's sick.
He's sick. Yeah, he had migraines, is what I heard. And then after the Saturday, what happens when something happens on a Saturday? The league is investigating it right now, as they should. But they put him in the game at the end for a carry. It makes no sense. It makes no sense what they're doing with that backfield. They got 3 great running backs. Yeah, 3 decent running backs. We'll see. Greatness is earned.
Had 56 yards on 10 carries. That's a pretty good day.
That's not bad for him. And you know what? I drafted him last year thinking, let's catch the ball as a running back. They don't know what they want to do with him, but who knows?
I just picked him up last week, and
I know you did. He's been hurt a little bit. I don't think he's played much, but he's one of those weird kind of gadget guys that could get you a big week. Never materialized for me last year.
He's only got 2 catches on the year, though. They're not using him.
They weren't using him, but he was scoring rushing touchdowns for me before the rookie with the headache, and Kyron Williams. Look, I picked up, I think I picked up 3 running backs and didn't do anything with. I think I dropped them all. $15. Who cares? We play this game to win it. We don't count. We don't count the transaction fees. By the way, they're $5 in our league.
Make you holla.
If you have a league where they're just making tons of transactions, bump it up to 5, and you know what'll happen? They'll make just as many transactions if they're anything like the guys in our league. It's made no difference whatsoever. We make it only $1 if it's a kicker or a defense. And I did choose to keep my kicker because, my dear sweet Aubrey, I can't let you go, Aubrey. I just got you. I ain't letting you go. It's hard to give up Group. Group hug. I would give. Is his name Group?
Group hug.
If I Group hug, I might keep him and change my name. I'll do whatever I want. It's my team, and I'm a co-commissioner of this league. What do you want to do, Johnny? Do you want to go through some points? Let's talk. We've skirted around the issue long enough.
We have
the
issue
positive.
Right here?
The positive is, Johnny, 40 minutes. That's how long I allowed myself to be pissed off. 40 minutes. It's the Patriots. Those scars are deep. It's a lot of pain. And you know what? If this is a matrix, if this is some kind of script, then who the hell else is Belichick going to have his 300th win against?
Right.
Other than the Buffalo Bills, who he has just humiliated for 20 years. It was finally our time. Johnny, their offense was terrible. They've been getting blown out. They got blanked 38-0. And then all of a sudden they play our defense and they put, you got to be able to stop. You got to be able to stop them on that last drive. But I will take away a positive. Josh Allen stepped up like the man that he is, the grown-ass man that he is. He put the team on his shoulders, and with 7 minutes left, he orchestrated 2 touchdown drives. That's all you can ask. He cannot play deep. Can he play defense? Put him back there as a safety.
No, he can't play safety.
Let's see, because nobody else.
The end. Von Miller ain't going to play.
Hey, Vaughn, what's going on, man? We like you. We just like you to play. He says he's going to have his best game. Let's just have you play in the game. That'd be wonderful. Johnny, we just cannot get over the loss of Trey and Matt. And I didn't realize it's not the South Park boys. Our Trey and Matt. I don't think the team has recovered from that. But guess what? Life is a series of kicks to the nuts and smacks to the head. Rub your nuts, rub your head, rub some dirt on both areas, and get your fucking shit together, because it's a long season. And I've now come to look, we've lost just as many games as we lost all last year. We were the Super Bowl favorites going into the season last year. Everybody was saying our window was closing. Well, it's half open right now. It's not open. I could barely fit my head out to vomit. But right now,
thank God,
I gotta
Miami
believe.
Lost.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't even really matter if we win the division. It doesn't matter if we have home field advantage, because it didn't help us last year. And home field advantage doesn't mean what it used to. What means something is, do you make it into the tournament I firmly believe we will, unless the wheels come completely off. You make it in and you get hot. You got to be that team that gets hot at the end. And that's all we can hope for. But this team's got to toughen up.
Coming on.
Finally
coming on.
And it looks like Dawson is out for a few games. So this is really his time to step up. And we got to score some points because we just did not. We're not starting quickly enough. I don't know what's going on. Get these guys a Red Bull before kickoff.
It's not good to throw a pick on the opening play.
It never helps. It never helps to do that. What is happening? But again, I will not give this team any more of my sadness. I will not give it any more of my heartbreak. There's too many other things to be sad about. I'm not doing it. You get my joy only. And if you don't fucking win a Super Bowl before this world ends, well, look, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to hold it against you into the next life. I don't even know if there's NFL football in the next life. I don't know if there is a next life. Johnny, we ask big questions here. We provide very little answers. On to bigger and better things. We seem to play pretty well on the night games. The Bucks aren't what they used to be. Oh, wouldn't it be sweet if Tom Brady was coming up? I wish you were still up just so he could snap your femur. That's what I'd like to see. I wish you nothing. I wish you nothing, Tom Brady. I could care less. Oh, I got to listen to his voice in the booth. Is it next year? Does he start for Fox?
I don't know.
Whatever. Let's go. You don't know him. Let's go either. I'll tell you that. You stole it from Roger Federer. He's the one who always said, let's go. I say, let go. Let's go. I say, let go. That's what. Let go.
Let go and let God.
Let go of my heart and my sphincter, Buffalo Bills. God, why does it hurt so much? Look, we could have easily lost to the Giants on the last play. Questionable call. You could have called that. Of course, you could have called that defensive interference. But what are you going to do? So you sometimes it goes your way. Sometimes it doesn't. It did not. But just god-awful disgusting to lose to our just horrible, arch-hated nemesis to give him his 300th win. Oh, I can't wait till he retires. You and Brady, go away. Let's go away forever. I won't ever see your mug and your stupid cutoff sweatshirt again. Johnny, let's take a look at the overall standings for player positions, because I do believe our aforementioned Golden Boy, I don't care. I'm ride or die with you, Joshy. I know you're going to get that ring. He is 35 points ahead of anybody in this league. 185 points. That's why you draft him first, Stanley. You see how it works? You see how far up the standings my brother is? It's not hard. You get the first pick.
Hurts caught up a little bit this week.
He did.
Didn't he?
He's 35 points behind. He has 150. Lamar Jackson skyrockets up to the third position.
Who's in fourth? Who's in fourth?
Lamar Jackson only 3 points. 3 points ahead. 3 points ahead of the star of Monday nights. He's Mr. Monday Night, Kirk Cousins. Johnny, you don't want him traded. You don't want him going anywhere. Minnesota, there's magic in Minnesota.
Minnesota's going to be a wild card and go to the playoffs and lose to the Bills. You heard it here first.
Well, look, I'm not sold on the Detroit Lions being a juggernaut either. I mean, I could see them losing 5 games in a row. You know why? Been watching the Lions for about 40 years. I kind of know how this goes. We love Dan Campbell. We love the new Detroit Lions, but you did not look good. By the way, Lamar Jackson is something absurd, like 16-1 against NFC teams. There's a stat. Put that in your stat pipe and smoke it. That's ridiculous. Tua Tagovailoa, he has 123 points. So that rounds up your top 5 right there. And hey, the good news. Oh, my boy Patty skyrocketed up the standings from 15th to 12th. You're barely a QB1. You're barely a QB1. I want to see more 30s.
Averaging 14.14 per week, whereas Josh is averaging 26.
Yeah. That's what a real man does. That's what a real chicken wing eating man. No ketchup on his steak. God. He's got his hair looks great. Mine, I just got, for those that are viewers, I got a sweet ass haircut. I walked in My hair guy looked at me and said, "What the hell happened to you, Johnny?" There's a pile of hair on the floor the size of Ziggy, our dog. It was ridiculous. I said to my new little friend, I said, does it make me look, do I look less dangerous? She's like, less homeless. She said, I like it. You look like a general. And then I decided, I gave it some thought, and I thought, I think it'd make me happy if you referred to me as the general from now on.
General.
I think I'd like that.
Dunk.
And she texted me back, done. I said, you're a very good girl, because I'm going to be the general's going to be invading that pussy. Is what I'm talking about. Justin Herbert.
The family show.
It's not. It's explicit. No one gives a shit. You think any of the 9 people? Sister-in-law Susie, I'm sorry. Pussy's not it. Come on. It's cute. It's a cute word. Look at that.
Running
Richardson.
backs.
Richardson, too bad. Just below Mahomes. He was on his way to a great season. But how about Gardner? Gardner and Marguerite Minshew. Whoa.
Gardner and Marguerite.
No one will get that. Look at
Susie will.
Susie will get that. The Beaver Brown band. All the Brown Beavers are so we got Beavers. Look, there's a theme. There's a theme finding its way through this episode. McCafferty, 108. You hope Johnny, how many points do you hope you have from your first round pick for the entire season?
100.
Yeah, he's got 108.
We're not quite at the halfway point right now.
No, we are not. You thought Mostert would be at 100. He is not. He's still at 93. Ashane, he's got 75 still. He's out for a few more weeks. Brian Robinson, butt shot Brian Robinson, 62 points, chugging along. ETN, not much of a change there. Or how far do we got to get down? Derrick Henry, 36. We're gonna do a little preview. I want to go through our lineups for this coming week, because there's decisions to be made here, and I want to include the people with what we got to go through every week when we do this. Now you see the number 1 running back had 108. Let's go all the way down to the number 1 wide receiver, 66. That's Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
All he does is catch touchdowns. Kenny just pulling his hair out. Why didn't I draft Tyreek Hill? Kenny, I don't know. You're one of the smartest guys I know. You dropped the ball. Look at who's in second place. Addison. Who? The rookie? 57 points this kid has. What a great Monday night. It's going
to go up with Justin on the bench.
It really is. And there's speculation that Justin won't come back. I don't believe that shit. I think you're damn right. I think they're going to challenge for the NFC North division. And I think they got a great shot. The NFC is not that solid. If they were in the AFC, forget it. I would say no chance. But there's parity. There's parity in that NFC. I could see the Vikings charging through with a playoff spot. Our beloved Stephon Diggs, no movement there. Did he score? I don't believe so. 54 points. No. Keenan Allen stuck with 51. Now here's DJ Moore. I took Taysom. So excited. He finally scored a 12-pointer. You know who I could have drafted? DJ Moore. He's got 45. Quarterback controversy in Chicago. The white kid, don't know his name. You got to earn me knowing your name. I'd like to see Cortland Sutton in a Buffalo Bills jersey. How about you? Perhaps even a Jerry Jeudy. There's speculation. We got 1 week before the trade deadline. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of firepower. My dream scenario, Derrick Henry. Put Derrick Henry in that Buffalo Bills uniform. Feed him the ball inside the 10 every week. That's 12 points for me. And then Spears goes nuts. 24 points a week. I come storming back and
Norman.
And I get carried off on people's shoulders. That's how I see that. Jackson, can you carry me on your shoulders? We'll work up to it. And then, as I said, my sweet Mike Evans. Look at that. My highest running back has 36. My highest wide receiver has 36. Only 3 ahead of Myers. And then there's your beloved Gabe Davis down there with 33 points. And A.J. Brown, who had a terrible start to the season, he's all the way up to 30.
He's coming on.
He really is. He really is coming on. Hey, tight ends. Any change there? Mark Andrews.
They still suck.
36.
Still suck.
I don't think he was. I think my brother picked him up. He's got 36 on the year. As we said, that's my highest running back, and that's my highest wide receiver. So 36 is nothing.
The only 2 tight ends I would have even considered taking Kittle and Kelsey, 27 and 24. Not worth the time.
Oh, you'd have taken a flyer on Dalton, though, as a Bills fan in the 13th round. Let's take a look. He was drafted. I wonder what round he went. I do believe it was some young guy that drafted him. And look at that, Kelsey. You got to get your head out of the Swifties and get your head in the playbook. 24 points. That's not a lot. You're only 3 above Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet. Can't put a K and an M together. That's not a name.
But
I need a defense.
Hey, let's look at the kickers.
Let's go down. Johnny loves those kicker. Jumbo, Sam Elliott.
84 points. Still solid.
The dude abides.
The dude abides.
Hopkins, who saw that coming out of Cleveland? He's second place with 77. Bill Maher, I was very disappointed. I had 3 waiver claims in last week. All of them included picking up Bill Maher. I was disappointed when I didn't get him. Guess what? He doesn't have a job today.
He doesn't?
He doesn't have a job, Johnny. They sent him packing. Bill Maher is on the picket line. Yeah, so I was happy that I picked up group hug. And I do believe
what
Maher
the NFL stands for.
No fun league. No what?
Not for long.
Not for long. It was the no fun league. Remember when they outlawed celebrations? What the hell is wrong? Too much happiness. Too much joy going on. This is serious. Look at that. Group hug. He's got 69. Why am I even considering dropping him? Let me take a look.
Moving on up.
I might keep 2 kickers. No. Wow. Yes. Look, this is his last 4 weeks. 10, 14, 9, 11. 9, 11. Let's take a moment. Never forget. But let's take a look. Aubrey. I can't get rid of Aubrey. Aubrey's cooled down. This is his 10, 18, 11, 12, 6, 8. Let's pump it back up to those double digits, brother. Ooh, that's a good game. We got the Rams. Rams are coming into town to play the Dallas Cowboys. And, nobody's really tearing it up on the defense. Usually there's one team that is head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah.
This year it's the Cowboys. But you know what? The Cowboys with 42, they're on their way to 100 at this blistering pace.
Cowboys are free agent.
They cannot be.
They are.
Oh, my God. Are they really?
They are.
Thank you for that. Thank you for. I might make that my number 1 priority. Damn right I am. I'm putting that in right now. Look at this technology at our finger points.
I guess I'm not getting them. Then
you ain't getting them. Thanks for opening your big yap. All right. There's a couple running backs. All right. There's a couple running backs that I wouldn't mind sticking in the holster. Johnny, as I said, I want to go and I want to talk about some of the decisions I have to make. And after that, let's talk about your lineup for the upcoming week. Let's wrap it up. Roster. Let's wrap it up tight and prepare for the dismount. Now, of course, I've been threatening you with benching Patrick McCombs. McCombs? That's your new name. Patrick McCombs. Hey, Patrick McCombs. You made me happy meal.
Is he related to Ori McComb?
I do believe they're distant cousins. My homies, 30 burger. Wow, it's all forgiven. No hard feelings.
What are the tough decisions you have? First of all, you got nobody on a bye.
Yes, I'm not affected. No, there are no buys here in week 8. For some reason, it's a weird thing they did. I believe it's week 8 and week 12. No buys. For some reason, next week is going to be a little buy Mageddon. So check out, get to sneak a little look. You might want to pick up a defense a week early. I like to do that. Here's my dilemma. Here's who I have in the running back slot. I got Derrick Henry. Of course, I'm starting him. But Spears, there's rumblings that he's going to start taking over more and more of the action. There's rumblings that Henry might get traded. I don't know what kind of compensation we're looking at, but I sure would like to see Buffalo take a swing at him. We had Leonard Fournette coming in for a visit. I would have loved to see Leonard on our team, but Derrick Henry as a Buffalo Bill would be ideal. So I have Henry, Spears, Jacobs, who I got to sit down. And I just watched him not get the second foot down on an 18-pointer. It's tough, but you tell me what you would do. And then I have Jeff Wilson, who I put him in the captain's mode in a tournament thinking I'm going to win the $500,000. I'm a genius. He was only $300. and he didn't even give that much worth of production. So basically, my running backs, I have Miles Sanders. He's still hurt. I think he's a bust. I could even drop him. I think I'm going to sit Jacobs. So that means I'm going to start Derrick Henry and Spears, because when you're down 160 points, you got to make moves. You got to take chances at guys who could have big plays. I've seen Spears come 5 or 4 yards short of a 24-pointer. I don't like starting two guys in the same backfield. You're kind of hedging, but one big game and you're right back in it. So I think I'm going with those two. And then my decisions are, I'm going to start Taysom. You're in for the rest of the season now. That's all I needed was to see you score once. Mike Evans, obviously. So basically, we're talking about my flex. And in our flex, you can start whoever you want. Right now, I have Hardman in, but I'm basically have to decide between Hardman or Jacobs. And I don't know. I think I'm going to give it to Jacobs because I feel a little momentum with Mahomes. I saw the love that they had for that kid after that big punt return in the game against the Chargers. And I think I'm going to stick with Mahomes, Henry, Spears, Evans, Hardman, Taysom Hill, Aubrey's back, and hopefully the Cowboys. Oh boy, I want the Cowboys.
I don't want to give you any pointers, but
Well,
Josh Jacobs is playing Detroit, and their defense is legit. And McCole Hardman is playing Denver, and they suck. So there's the answer to your flex.
there you go. And then I see how terrible Mahomes played against Denver at home. I mean, you just got to you got to wash that away. You can't live in the past, Johnny. If I did, I'd never get out of bed. I like my Hardman. I like Hardman. Maybe a long bomb. He'll get an extra 5 yards of hang time with that 70-yard pass. I see
You've always liked a hard man.
I like a hard man. Oh, there. You know what? New team name coming. I'm gonna workshop. I'm gonna take a little medicine later, and I'm gonna come up with a new name. I might keep Group just to work him in my name. And I picked up Julio Jones, name recognition, because if Hardman wasn't playing, I was gonna stick Julio in. But who knows? And don't forget, I got Kyler Murray coming off of the pup. Johnny, we got time to go through your decisions.
We got 145 left, and let's run through my lineup quickly. So
rock it quickly, because I don't want to screw up my outro.
The old shit suckers. We got not a lot of decisions to make, no buys. I've got Najee Harris on the bench right now, who I've got to decide who my flex is. Nico Collins with Houston is currently my flex. I feel like the 1 week I didn't start Gabe, he scored.
Right.
I feel like I just got to get Gabe in there.
And you get to watch on Thursday night. Yep.
Cooper Kupp's an obvious start. Mostert's an obvious start. DeAndre Swift. That's my lineup. So really it's Nico Collins or Najee Harris.
I like it. And you're remaining competitive. You're still in that top 3, which is where you want to stay for the rest of the season until you're going to feel Dunkleman breath right about here, right about on the back of the neck, because I'm coming on. It's a long season. There's plenty of weeks left. Good luck to everybody in this week 8. Keep coming back. Keep learning about this scoring system. For John Burrell, I'm Brian Dunkleman, saying we'll see you next time on OG Fantasy Football. Go Bills.
Go Bills.